Namo Buddhaya, Namo Amitabha. Hello everyone. So today I feel like sharing the rebirth case of lay Buddhist Hu Xianjue. So lay Buddhist Hu Xianjue was born in 1927 and passed at the age of 96. So this happened in Melbourne and he passed last Thursday, where I also went to Assist Nianfo. So in Melbourne there's a huge Pure Land community, which I shared before. And there's also a big Pure Land Learning Center. Lots of Chinese and Vietnamese go there to practice Nianfo weekly. And there is also an Assist Nianfo group. And I'm also in this group. And sometimes we get notice to tell us who needs Assist Nianfo. And if we happen to have time, then we'll go and assist Nianfo. So I happened to see the message of lay Buddhist Hu Xianjue last Thursday that his daughter posted in a group and said his father just passed this morning, and she hoped that if anyone have time can go to her house to assist Nianfo for her father. So I arrived there around maybe 5:30 in the afternoon. So when I arrived there, the daughter told me that her father had serious Parkinson's disease and the hands couldn't really move. This was also the case when he passed. His hands were like this, and one of his hands was holding his own handwritten Diamond Sutra. And the daughter said this maybe could be the message that was left by their father to say that he will follow the Buddha. So Mr. Hu Xianjue was a devout Buddhist of 30 years, and every day he would pay homage to the Buddha, and he will also Nianfo. So he has deep faith in Amitabha Buddha and vowed to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. And I found he really have great blessings that he could actually pass peacefully at home and with his family, also so understanding and so respectful. So the family, they did not really practice the Buddha Dharma like their father, but they really respect that. And they also know that it's best to have Assist Nianfo for the father at the time of dying. So when I arrived there, I did not think that the father had attained rebirth yet, because his face looked very pale and his body still looked very stiff. The hands were still very stiff. This were not a sign for people who have attained rebirth. If he had attained rebirth at that time, then his face would look really good. It would not look pale, and the body will be completely relaxed, completely soft. For people who Nianfo and they attain rebirth, this will be the sure signs. The body will be completely soft and the face will look really good. So I didn't think that the father had attained rebirth when I arrived, and I asked the daughter what the father could be attached to. And the daughter said, oh, he could be worried about us. My elder sister, she had not get married, or maybe the father could have a bit of concern about that. So with this information, I went in to persuade the father to really let go of everything, to tell him that he had already passed. There is really nothing that he should be attached to. The family will take good care of themselves. What he should do now is really to follow us to Nianfo and to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. So before we assist Nianfo, it's important to guide the deceased, the consciousness, to give rise to the right faith and to Nianfo, and to make sure that they're not attached to anything, to tell them, to persuade them to let go of all kinds of attachment and just single-mindedly reciting the name of Amitabha Buddha. So sometimes people may not seek rebirth immediately at the time of death if they were not mindful of Amitabha Buddha. Maybe they had other attachment, other things they did not let go of. But people can still attain rebirth during the vital period. That's why we recommend for the deceased, best to leave the body for a minimum of 12 hours or best 24 hours. And not touch the body, but during this time to just assist Nianfo. If you want to know how to assist Nianfo, you can read Patriarch Yinguang's letter, the 3 important matters at the time of death. And I also talk about it in 3 videos on how to assist Nianfo. So you can watch those videos and read the letter and you know what to do. And you can also help assist Nianfo. So me and a few Dharma friends were there to assist Nianfo, and the family was also there to assist Nianfo. Because lay Buddhist Hu Xianjue understood Amitabha Buddha, he had faith in Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. So even if maybe at the time of death he did not immediately mindful of Amitabha Buddha, but we trust after he passed. So lay Buddhist Hu Xianjue's body was kept for 24 hours without touching, and with people assisted Nianfo the whole time. And there was also a Nianfo machine that played Amituofo next to his body all the time. So he really has great blessings that all the members in the family understood. They did not cry, they did not pull his body. They were all there to cooperate with us and to assist Nianfo. So I was there from 5:30 and I left around 7:30 because his daughters and his family, they could also assist Nianfo. So I just told them, you guys can rotate and best Nianfo for the rest of the period, so a total of 24 hours. And they said they could do that. So I left around 7:30-ish. And when I came out of the house, I saw a big rainbow outside of the house. And there was no raining in the entire afternoon. And his daughter also took the photos of the rainbow.
给一位佛友助念，彩虹出来了，阿弥陀佛。没有，阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛。
So we found that Mr. Hu Xianjue had definitely attained rebirth with Amitabha Buddha to his Pure Land. And you may say, oh, it's not so special. Like sometimes they could also be maybe rainbow without rain. But what happened the next day, after 24 hours, when they get dressed for the father, and they found that the whole body was so soft, and his face looked so much better, not pale anymore. He looked like he was asleep, really, really calm, looking really, really good. And the whole body was completely soft. Even the joints and the hands were completely relaxed. I remember before his hands were like this, and after 24 hours of Assist Nianfo, his hands looked really relaxed. I loosened up everything, including the joints. When they tried to get dressed for the father, the hand could just slip in easily, as if his father was cooperating with them to get dressed. Everything went so easily and so smoothly. And even the legs, the joints were completely soft. They could do whatever they want with the body. It was just so easy. So these are definitely the sure signs for he had attained rebirth in the Pure Land. The face had to look really good, and the whole body had to be really soft. If he had not attained rebirth, then his body could still be very stiff, even after 24 hours. And for people who attain rebirth, the whole body will be really soft. Not only the whole body will be soft, all the joints will not locked up. All the joints will be really, really soft. And you can do whatever you want, really with the body. These are the sure signs for attaining rebirth. And the face will look really, really good. The face will no longer look pale. It will even maybe look better than when he was alive. So these are the sure signs that he had Nianfo and followed Amitabha Buddha to his Pure Land. Maybe not immediately at the time of death, but definitely during the time when we assist Nianfo. And the daughter took a photo of the father's hands. This photo was actually taken 1 week after in the funeral, but the daughter told me this was exactly how the hands looked like the next day. The hands were completely soft. All the joints, everything were completely relaxed. And the father's face looked really good. Unfortunately, she did not take a photo of the father's face. I wish I was there the next day. I would definitely take more photos and more videos so more people can gain faith in this. And 1 week after at the funeral, so I also went to attend the father's funeral, and I saw the father's face, and his face looked so much better than when I was there to assist Nianfo. The face no longer looked pale. The face looked like he was still alive, he was just asleep. The face even has a bit of a red color in it. The face just looks so good. And all the daughters in the family, they also were so amazed by how good his father's body still looked 1 week after he had left. Not only that, they even discovered that his eyebrows and his hair, they seem to grow some more black eyebrows and black hairs. At first they thought, oh, it could be the makeup artist. The makeup artist may do something with the eyebrows, right? But not really the hair, right? They even discover more black hair in his father. So this is also common for people who had attained rebirth, because they really have this vow that they want people to see Amitabha Buddha is indeed real, the Pure Land is indeed real. Not only that, the hands, the nails. So before his father had Parkinson's disease, so the blood couldn't reach to the nails. So the father also had black nails. As you could see in the previous photos, when his father just passed, how there was some bandage around the nails because the father had black nails. But 1 week after the funeral, the nails, they will all look healthy. Just look like my nails. If you can see the photo that was taken on the day of the funeral, the nails just look so healthy, so normal. Not only that, initially at the time of death, his hand had blood vessels. You could see really clearly all the black vessels that were swollen. But 1 week after the funeral, also 24 hours after assisting Nianfo, the daughter told us this was also the same. The next day, after we assist Nianfo, and also 1 week after as well, there were no obvious blood vessels that were swollen on the hands. Nothing was swollen. The hands look really, really normal, and the nails look really, really healthy. These auspicious signs are all telling us that he has definitely attained rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. This is real. You cannot find these signs in normal people who just died normally without Nianfo, without vowing to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Because of all these auspicious signs, the rainbow without the rain, and the softness in the body, the calm face, all the family also took belief in Amitabha Buddha and his Pure Land of Ultimate Bliss. Particularly his daughters, they also felt this was so incredible. They were so amazed also by the softness of the body when they tried to get dressed for their father. So this is indeed true. I have no doubt of Amitabha Buddha and his great vows. For those who are mindful of Amitabha Buddha at the time of death, even for 10 recitations, you will be able to see Amitabha Buddha to come to receive you. If you're not mindful of Amitabha Buddha at the time of death immediately, but you are mindful of Amitabha Buddha also shortly after you passed, you will still be able to see Amitabha Buddha. Some people can also attain rebirth during the Bardo period If they are mindful of Amitabha Buddha, they have faith in Amitabha Buddha, and they vow to attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. So the father was also a Nianfo practitioner, and he had firm faith in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. This is reflected in his writings while he was still alive. If you want your career to be good, your children to be filial and well-behaved, and your interpersonal relationships to be harmonious, you shall refrain from doing evil and practice good deeds. If you want to live a peaceful, comfortable, and joyful life when you are at the time of near death, if you want to know your time and to be free from illness and pain, to stand or sit to attain rebirth in the land of ultimate bliss, then you must cultivate Nianfo. The human life is hard to come by, now you have it. The Dharma is hard to hear, now you have heard it. If you don't get liberated in this life, then in which life do you want to obtain liberation? So may all beings hear the name of Amitabha Buddha and attain rebirth in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Amitabhaya.